Liz Cheney appeared on CNN, State of the Union, as well as on many other network programs this Sunday over this week. And she gave an excoriation of the Republican Party like no one else could. Remember, she was a part of the committee who investigated the January 6th attempted coup on the United States. So she understands where Trump is coming from, where the Republican Party, and specifically Jim Jordan, who attempted to run for the Speaker of the House and failed dramatically, or I should say, failed in a dramatic fashion. Well, she appeared with Tapper, where she discussed both Israel, Palestine, and many other important issues. As it turns out, yes, Liz Cheney is a conservative. But what's interesting from this conversation is that as well as making it clear that Donald Trump cannot be president again of the United States, she also made it clear that she just may be a candidate for the presidency of the United States as well. And I want to say a few things after that. Check out what she had to say, and then we'll take it on the other side.
What would a second Donald Trump term look like?
Well, he cannot be the next president because if he is, all of the things that he attempted to do, but was stopped from doing by responsible people around him at the Department of Justice, at the White House counsel's office, all of those things he will do. There will be no guardrails. And everyone has been warned after January 6th, after our investigation, after all of the evidence that we laid out about all of the steps in his multi-part plan to overturn the election, there can be no question that he will unravel the institutions of our democracy. So we are facing a moment in American politics where we have to set aside partisanship, and we have to make sure that people who believe in the Constitution are willing to come together to prevent him from ever again setting foot anywhere near the Oval Office.
But if it came down to it, even though you disagree with Joe Biden on almost every issue under the sun, other than maybe Ukraine and Israel, would you vote for him over Donald Trump?
We're going to see what happens. We're going to see how things unfold. I think Donald Trump is the single most dangerous threat we face. I would imagine that there will be a number of other candidates in the race.
Would you be one of them?
I think I'll tell you what I am definitely going to do. I'm going to spend the next year between now and the election certainly helping to elect serious people, helping to elect sane people to Congress.
Of both parties?
Yes. Because I think that we could well find ourselves in a situation, given what we know the Trump folks are doing in terms of attempting to question the results of the election. We don't want a situation where the election is thrown into the House of Representatives and Donald Trump has any possibility at all of prevailing under those circumstances. So we've got to elect people who believe in the Constitution and who take their responsibilities seriously to Congress. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time doing that in addition to other things.
But you're not ruling out a presidential run?
No, I'm not.
I don't think people should take this lightly. Liz Cheney built a certain amount of goodwill with many moderates, many Democrats and Republicans alike for the stance that she took to protect the country. Now, let's be clear here. Liz is as ultra-conservative as she has always been. But the one thing, again, is that she is, in fact, a patriotic American, even if her values seem anathema to that which progressives believe are the right values for this country, as I do. But we shouldn't take it lightly, because compared to our current president, President Biden, she's fairly young. I think she has, with all the past baggage that she had, her present baggage has quite a bit of appeal to many. And I don't know if there are any polls that place her up against Biden as yet, but I imagine they are forthcoming. I think many, simply because of age, may look at her as an acceptable alternative, even if their values don't coincide, because Americans, many of them, have yet to understand that the president is more the presidency than the president, the individual. And that even a less than active President Biden will be able to push through many more progressive policies than a Liz Cheney would able to do. But a Liz Cheney as president will have us lose much of what we've gained over the last several years of the Biden administration, or I should say the last several year and change of the Biden administration, where many progressive policies were placed into effect, where poverty was stunted, where just the things that we stand for got done. So buyer beware.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number 1, subscribe to our channel, and number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.